Using HTML5 in Bright Author presentations enables a broad range of capabilities on BrightSign players. For instance, by adding an HTML5 widget to your presentation, you can display websites, utilize touch gestures like swiping, use JavaScript, and update text. In this tutorial, we will make a presentation in local content mode and publish an HTML web page directly to a player. Then we'll switch over to BSN.Cloud content mode to see how to host HTML sites remotely on both a web server and on BSN.Cloud. The BSN.Cloud hosting feature is a powerful tool offered exclusively to Content Cloud subscribers. First, let's generate 3 HTML documents: a simple web page, a weather widget, and a clock. You can learn more about the basic structure of HTML5 at w3schools.com. I'm using Dreamweaver to generate these assets, but there are free programs like Sublime that work as well. Importantly, this HTML doc is coded to eliminate margins, center the text, and make the background transparent. It contains text and a company logo. Save the document to your Assets folder as welcome.html. Next, visit darksky.net/widgets to create a weather widget. Once you have the widget set up, go ahead and copy the code. Make another HTML document and paste the code into the body of your page. Save this document to your Assets folder as weather.html. Now, upload weather.html to a web server so you can add it to your presentation later. Refer to the ticker tutorial for more details on how to use a web server. Hosting HTML pages remotely in a presentation, either on a web server or on BSN.Cloud, allows you to update HTML content without republishing, meaning without interrupting a presentation. For this section of the tutorial, I recommend signing up for CodePen.io. From CodePen, search for an analog clock. I found one I like, so I'm downloading the files and adding them to the Assets folder on my system. Next, open Bright Author Connected. At the moment, this presentation is set to use content stored on BSN.Cloud, but you may be a Control Cloud only subscriber building a presentation from locally stored assets. If you're a Control Cloud only subscriber, you will need to skip this step. Now, click on the drop-down arrow next to the Content tab and hover over New Component. Then, mouse to Upload HTML Site. Name your site and select index.html from the analog clock folder. Then, press Upload to store the whole site on BSN.Cloud. During this section of the tutorial, I'm showing how to upload an HTML page directly to a player for Control Cloud only subscribers or Content Cloud subscribers switched over to local content mode. Start a new presentation and name it Simple Welcome. Then, change the default background color of the presentation. Toggle to the Content tab of the presentation and then navigate to the Widgets tab. Next, add an HTML widget to the presentation. Select Local Site and direct the file path to welcome.html. Control Cloud subscribers can publish this presentation to a player to see how this simple HTML page appears on the screen. This technique can be applied to more developed HTML pages as well. Now, switch back to BSN.Cloud content, and if you've been following along, open the multi-zone presentation with the transparent overlay. Now's a good time to save a new version of your multi-zone presentation. You can find Save As under the File menu. Call this version Multi-Zone Weather Analog Clock. Then, go ahead and delete the date and time zones. From the Layout tab, add a new zone. Name the zone Weather and change the zone type to Image. Then, set the dimensions of your zone and drag this zone to the top right of your page. Toggle over to the Content tab of the zone, navigate to the Widgets tab, and add an HTML widget to the zone. Select the HTML instance, and in the navigator, under State Properties and Source, select URL. Here, enter the URL of the weather widget that you saved to the web server earlier. Now, repeat the process and make a second image zone. Name this zone Analog Clock and put it below the weather zone. Switch over to the Content tab of the zone and add an HTML5 widget. Now, instead of selecting a URL, click on Components and select the site you uploaded earlier. Now save, schedule, and publish your presentation to see how it looks on the screen. Next up, watch a tutorial on how to add music to a presentation.